Bitch can't do it like me. I bet you 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 can't do it like me. No shake. I bet you can't do it like me. Hey, how? What it is? I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me. I stay fresh, keep cash, everything big, the Chevy all glass. Blind with stick, no need for a mask. Ain't nothing personal, it's all in the past. No beef for your mom. I done drained blood and swam with the shark. I done seen them blow smoke talk like they hard. I done seen them throw pistols still get raw. I bet you can't do it like me. I bet you can't do it like me. Big house now, stay with mama. 8 cars and they all for papa. I'm getting money now, bet you can't do it like me.
Welcome to Gettin Rich Off Mondo. I'm your host, Edward Randall, and today we're going to be discussing the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors Game 2, and we're going to discuss Game 3. I'm going to start off by saying I told you so. I already told you what was going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. Another car wreck, another fatality, another flawless victory for the Golden State Warriors with their brand new leader, Kevin Durant. Now, a couple episodes back, I did a show entitled Curry versus Durant. Who's the leader of that team? Now, I think that's a big question now. Who is the leader of that team? Is it Durant or is it Curry? Now, Durant is definitely taking off. We're seeing the evolution of Kevin Durant right before our eyes on the biggest stage possible in his job, and that's the NBA Finals. He's handling business. No two ways about it. You know, he's using his length. See, I really think he's been sitting back in the cut for a minute on everybody, the entire NBA, because they started sleeping on him. So, you know, he's keeping it about 85% throttle, you know, as he goes down the track. Now, I'm not suggesting that he has not been playing or taking plays off or been slacking. I'm saying he's been sitting back in the cut, like when it's time to finally slap the shit out of somebody. When that time arrives, then I'm going to show you that I was sitting in the cut on you. Now I'm fixing to slap the shit out of you. And you recognize that I'm at 100% now. And that's what he's doing. He's at 100% Finals MVP style of basketball. That shutdown. Both ends of the floor. Defense, offense. He comes down, he takes his shot, he nails it. 3. He's running back down here, blocking a shot. He's getting the fast break started. See, Durant understands what it takes to win this series, and that's just frustrate LeBron, and everybody else is frustrated because they have a job where they're not really paid to think about how to win. You're just an accessory. Like LeBron is a girl, and the rest of those guys, starting 5, are accessories. Cell phone, purse, shoes, car. That's what they are to LeBron. So, you got Durant playing this excellent defense, using his length, you know, his wingspan to put the hammer down on soft layups from Kevin Love. I mean, Kevin Love, the team is saying to him, we need more. Okay. Now, first game, in 34 minutes, he had 15 points. He played 30 this game with 27. So he did respond from a scoring point, but Kevin Love always looks like he's fixing to get hit by a car. Like the moment right before you get hit for it, like, oh shit. That's how he looks all the time. So I'm wondering, can you get that was the problem with Dwight Howard. They always felt like, he was grinning too much, or he didn't have a mean mug. He couldn't activate a Darth Vader face. That's what we need from Kevin Love. I need Kevin Love to fucking flagrant foul somebody and damn near get another one. Tech, I need him to show that he can get rough, because they're not respecting him. He wants automatic respect, but you're not going to get it. Them boys is headed to a 16-0, the Warriors. That's where they're headed, because that's what this looks like. This looks like this is going to be a serious problem for Cleveland. As they go into Game 3, you start to wonder, what are they going to do now? Do they come in with a completely different playbook, or do they follow the old playbook and say, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to try to do this again? And as we try to do this again, we're going to activate Kevin Love. We're going to activate him. And they just need to go ahead and bench Smith. Smith ain't doing nothing. He had 28 minutes last game with 3 points. He had 14 minutes with 0 points. He's another one, still disengaged, still looking for the contested shot, and just not making, overall, Cleveland's just not moving with sharpness. Like when they slow the film down, it looks even worse from my perspective. They're just not moving correctly with any kind of flow. They look like they all just woke up and threw on the jerseys and went out there. They say, let's start with play C. And they're just like, ooh, a whole quarter before they even realize what the fuck's going on. Yeah, I benched Smith. I mean, I wouldn't even start looking for him till about 8th on the depth chart. I mean, he wouldn't even be 6th. He wouldn't even be... I wouldn't even be looking for him. I would want him like angry before he went back out there. So you don't have anything to lose. You can start Korver, and you can give Korver those 14 minutes and see what Korver can do. He started in Atlanta. They come down to cherry pick, one of our best players. So we'll go ahead and start Korver. But I think that Tyronn Lue needs to start showing some fire. I mean, he looks like like he's seen a ghost, right? Like he's seen a ghost, and the ghost it's got supply drops. This ghost has gotten stronger. This ghost has been training. Maybe he's seen it before. Maybe that's why he looks like that. This ghost, he's seen it, but it's powered up. It's leveled up. It's prestiged. This ghost, which is right across the floor, the Warriors. They've seen this ghost. I think his job is in jeopardy because he was just like a quick fix. Like I say every time when I talk about this, I don't understand what was their reasoning for firing David Blatt in the first place. I don't understand. You didn't even give him an opportunity. Like, they have lost way more games in a row and stuff like that under Lue than they did Blatt, but I don't hear them saying nothing. I don't hear there being any pressure, so that lets you know that he was a casualty from the inside, which is through LeBron. He don't have to say, I don't like him. It's just when they do ask him, he's just like, LeBron, how do you feel about your coach? From on the inside, not from reporters, but from the inside. He's the coach. That's not a winning endorsement. I wouldn't want him to get up on the stand and testify for me if that's all he was going to say. So if he doesn't have his coaches back, here he goes again. So now I would think that his job is on the line. I mean, you didn't get anything out of Smith for 2 games. I mean, realistically, there's only 4 to play. At this level of energy that the Cavs are bringing, this vibration that they're using, this current one, is no good. It's off. Now, Is it too early to start talking sweep? I mean, because it's starting to look like that. I mean, where they play, the location, that really doesn't have anything to do with the ferocity that the Warriors are using to play this game. Now, I really don't see any difference except Thompson. He had 6 points last game. He had 22 this game. And, I really think that's got to do with Durant being there and him not being able to shoot his way out of whatever little funk he was in. Or just, the task of him having to play the defense was affecting his offense. But I think it's got to do with shots and the availability of shots. Pachulia, 8. He had 2 this game. He played basically the same amount of minutes. Green, he played 25 minutes instead of 36. And, when you go back and look, you say, if this isn't a sweep, then what is it? It looks to me like there's no solution that they got for Kevin Durant. I mean, when Durant sits down, he's going to have to play against Green. And you already know Green has got it out for him. So that's a lot of energy. Then you got to be the leader of your team, run up and down the floor like Superman doing your football thing. Now, when LeBron starts leaning back and taking that 3, that leaned off 1 foot fading 3, the Cavaliers are in trouble. I've seen this. I've seen this LeBron show up and just start shooting 3s. And that's no good for Cleveland and what they're trying to accomplish. You got to continue to score buckets. If it's just 2 is better than nothing. Stopping at the 3-point line and trying to outshoot them in the 3. Either you're on or you're off. Stop. When he starts shooting that, it's pretty much game over. He's given up. He started taking those 3s, instead of doing whatever, which is everything. Which I feel like maybe he gets to the point where he's like, damn, what else am I supposed to do? Oh shit, I've done everything I could think of. Now what am I supposed to do? Because nobody else has got any input. They just stand there and the city is burning to the ground and they're standing around LeBron waiting on him to say, get the fire hose and start putting the shit out. Everybody's confused about their role. What in the fuck? You're paid at your position. Take over. Break out. Do something. Score 40. Somebody. Quick. Somebody needs to light a fire under them quickly because it's not looking good for them. Now, the Cavs, their plays seem to be broken. It's like they're not correctly being ran. It seems like they're halfway through a play and then it breaks and then they're doing some freestyle or some confusion. Then they get back to a play. And that's a lot to ask somebody to do in 24 seconds. To go from a play to a broken play to another play, which is basically starting over. Right? In the East, who is going to compete with the Warriors next year? Because I see Cleveland just, exploding if they get swept. So who in the East is going to be able to compete with them? Nobody. This is a wrap for a couple of years. The fallout from a Cavs sweep is going to be something serious. I feel, I mean, I don't understand where else those guys, those pieces. I mean, when you look at who's on that team and the roster, you kind of think, who would want these guys? This was Cleveland's and LeBron's hand-picked crew. And this is what they're going to have to roll with after he's gone. I mean, how long is he going to play? He's 32 now? What is he going to play? 2 more years? 3 more years? But you know they're all not going to be in Cleveland. Right? Is he going to go back to Miami? Him and Wade? I mean, it would just be completely disrespectful for him to go to Chicago. Just to put the Bulls jersey on would be disrespectful. So I'm pretty sure that the 23 is retired there. Because that fuck he would try to wear it. I'm pretty sure he would. You know, he thinks he's got the right to it. But as far as I'm concerned, 23 should be retired in every team. The number should be in the rafters. Can't nobody wear it. Nobody. There's plenty of other numbers. Plenty. But y'all ain't gonna wear this 23. Nowhere. You have to respect Jordan. You have to respect that man on all levels. Top notch. A1. But Cleveland's in a world of hurt. They're looking bad. So let's recap what I think they need to do for Game 3. What they need to do is they need to start Korver. Let him play 14 minutes. And then just whoever, I mean, I'm going to bring Shumpert in way before I bring in Smith. Smith's got to be taught a lesson, man. You can't come on this stage, on this scenario, and you can't even do what you specialize in, and that's shoot 3-pointers and hit them. You're waiting for contested shots, which seems idiotic, which seems stupid that you would wait for a contested shot when your job is to score. And how you normally score is through... See, what that tells me, if you're looking for the contested shot, then that means you might not be running the play. Or you might be loafing on the play wherever you can, because really, you're just going to act like you're going to start the play and then you're going to step back and you're going to shoot this contested 3. Which makes no sense. I mean, that's not a sharpshooter. That's not an educated one. And why does he get to get on TV and say stupid ass shit? Like, can you lay off of the stupid ass shit when you're talking to reporters? I mean, what the fuck is he talking about? I tell you what he's talking about. 3 points over 2 games. That's what he's talking about. Not showing up. Do you see him on this team next year? Do you see Shumpert on this team next year? The Jones guy that came from Miami with LeBron, do you see him on this team next year? No, I don't. They're going to clean house. They're going to have to. They're just going to be, you know, I don't know what they are in the draft pick world or what they got going on. That's another show, but, you know, this Durant Williams, Kyle Korver experiment is proven not to be worth shit. I didn't even combine their numbers because there's no need to combine them. Because they just didn't show up at all. So, I mean, all the people they ran through there, and that's who they picked? I don't understand. Durant Williams, he just come off that huge contract with the Nets. So I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of dollars in the bank. And Kyle Korver, I mean, God, he's played everywhere. You know, he's been all over the place. So I guess it just seemed like Atlanta was just like a showcase video for him to be swooped down and finally selected by the King for his team of merry bandits, of fruitcakes. The legend leaveners of the fruitcakes. But anyway, they're having a problem. They need a shooting guard. I mean, like, maybe you should start LeBron as shooting guard. Right? Have him and Kyrie in the backcourt. Let's just see what happens. Right? Let's give it a shot. Him and Kyrie in the backcourt. I think that would cause some problems. Since he's got to play 40 minutes, I think that would be something they should try. There's nothing left to do except start LeBron at all 5 spots. Right? They had to go down to the thing and get the clones out. That'll work. 5 LeBrons. Or he could go get his sons. He could go get his sons. And maybe Shaq's 2 boys. And start those 5. Right? And then he have Wade's son coming off the bench. They'll do better than these boys. So, like I said, we need Kevin Love to amp up the angriness. I know he's angry about something. Look, just go back and look at any of those clips that he's in, and he just looks like he's being shot at. Or here comes he's finna get hit by a fucking double-decker bus. He's just got this look like, like, oh shit. How in the hell can you be so big and so, like he's walking around on rolls of toilet paper? How can you carry like that? He's got no oomph to his presence. He's tender, like some baked fish. That Love, I'm going to stay on him. He's got the responsibility. That's what comes with that title. That's what comes with that pay scale. All of the shit and the worry. When you lose, it's on you. Max player, superstar, Kevin Love. This boy's about as super as a damn front wheel drive Monte Carlo SS. Just stew on that one. Yeah. So, we're going to see what happens. But maybe they should start LeBron at shooting guard. Because them other boys ain't doing shit. And he just run all through them boys. They miss Timothy Moskov. Yeah, they definitely miss him. They got Tristan Thompson. I ain't even talk about him. He scored 8 points. In the same amount of time. How come he couldn't score 8 points last game? See, he does reactionary games. He plays bad, then he reacts to that bad game with a decent game, which you should have played the first time. Because you're a paid fucking professional. Not some nigga we picking up around the corner for a pickup game. Go get you a sub sandwich and a goddamn Gatorade, and you gonna play with us. No, that's not what's happening. We're on some different shit. We're on the NBA Finals. And the Cavaliers are yet to show up. What Kevin Love did against the Celtics, can he do that against the Warriors? No, he can't. You want to know why? Because they're playing defense and their whole fucking team isn't the fucking leprechauns. And they are on another level. The Warriors. Another tier. Another, beyond platinum. What is that? Black? Whatever. They're on another level. And we're going to witness a slaughter in Cleveland. I don't see them letting up at all. And if Durant don't play good, Look who's left. Look who's left. Since he say, I'm going to step up to the front, put me in the middle of the picture because I'm the alpha. All starts with me. Durant, like he had the commercial, the night commercial where they said that he wasn't, he didn't have that edge and he wasn't about it and he wasn't, he wasn't fiery. Well, this is his time. What is 10 years into the league? That's it. It belongs to him. Fuck Kawhi Leonard. Fuck James Harden. Fuck Russell Westbrook. The NBA belongs to Kevin Durant, Finals MVP. Unless something happened. But that's what we're going to stick with because that's where this is going. There. Appreciate you tuning in. This has been Getting Rich Off Mondo, and I'm Edward Randall.